Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Terraforming Mars. One of the highest rated board games, has a fancy digital conversion on PC and phones. Is it worth ditching the cardboard to terraform Mars digitally? Let's find out. Terraforming Mars is, as mentioned, a conversion of a popular Stronghold Games board game, a game I own all of the expansions for and have played several times, just for the record. This game is essentially 3 board game playstyles in one. It has card purchasing with hand management, it has tile placement, and it has engine building, all wrapped up in one overall goal. Raise 3 parameters to their maximum to terraform Mars. In a multiplayer game, each player will take the role of a corporation, and those come with specific powers and abilities, and you'll draft and purchase cards to play from hand. On your turn, you can take up to 2 actions before passing, and if you pass without doing anything, you're finished for the round. Actions primarily are paying and playing cards, though there are standard actions that you can always perform at an inflated price, and some cards you play contain actions that you can perform every turn as well. And that's where the engine building component comes in. You have 6 resources to manage, which can do such things as discount certain card types, provide passive income, or be spent terraforming. However, as you play cards, you'll gain more available actions, as well as increase the amount of resources you earn in different categories, allowing you to focus on those specific aspects of terraforming. There's 3 goals that you and your fellow corps will be cooperatively working towards. Place 9 ocean tiles, raise the temperature, and fill the planet with oxygen. Temp rises usually by spending heat, and oxygen requires you earn plant tokens to make trees. Every step you make terraforming increases your terraforming rating, which is both score and passive income. After everyone is out of actions, you generate your resources, buy new cards, and go again. While this is a cooperative game in its goal, you want to be the corpo best at terraforming so you get the most points and then win. While multiplayer is fun, I feel the game really shines in its solo mode. Rather than having a group attempting to terraform, it's just you, and you get 12 rounds to complete the whole process. As you can imagine, it's a bit harder to do 3 people's job by yourself, which makes solo a much more strategic puzzle, as you have to min-max your turns in order to terraform Mars on time. From a digital conversion standpoint, everything is here but very streamlined, with things like resource costs, management, actions, and so on being highly automated and easy to interact with. It also has local and online play. So overall, that's Terraforming Mars. It's an engine building experience where you have to prioritize specializations in cards management, just now in digital form where you won't drop all the cubes that come with the physical edition on your living room floor. So what do I like about Terraforming Mars? Well, the digital version does a great job streamlining all the hiccups and complexities of the base game while still being readable, playable, and looking good while you do it. It is a solid conversion of an already addicting game. Additionally, I found the production values to be surprisingly high, especially considering the physical game has pretty poor components. The music, graphics, and sound all excel and add a lot to the overall experience. And lastly, as mentioned, I love solo mode. I played this game solo dozens of times on the physical game, and it makes the gameplay much faster and the challenge much higher as you play and replay to try and beat your previous scores. When it comes to the bad, the primary issue with this conversion is the bugs and crashes. While not as prominent for me personally as some reviewers on Steam or Android pointed out, it does seem that every new expansion borks this game in a new and exciting way, and nothing's more frustrating than not being able to finish a game because of some bug. Additionally, there's some weird UX choices here, with things like being unable to look at your hand during opponents' turns. Cards could have clear indications before drafting if you meet the requirements to play them, and more. And lastly, like the game it's based on, there's a surprisingly high level of RNG when it comes to card pulls that could potentially bork your entire strategy. It's an issue I have with the main game and I still have here, and I should also mention I found any expansions outside of Prelude and the new maps add a layer of complexity that I feel the game doesn't need. But I'll save my board game expansions rant for another time. As you know, I rate games on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, and don't bother. And Terraforming Mars is a fantastic port of a fantastic game, in theory. The unfortunate reality is the bugs and crashes take it from an experience I'd easily recommend to one I have to hesitate slightly on. The game looks and plays great most of the time, and is a fantastic challenge in solo mode. It's just unfortunate the QA here seems to be lacking. Still, if you enjoy either the board game, or games with multiple goals and strong themes, it's absolutely worth grabbing Terraforming Mars on sale. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Terraforming Mars, either the PC game or the board game, if you played the board game, have you knocked all the cubes on the floor, completely ruining the game? That has definitely happened to me multiple times. So please let me know, and then go out there and give Terraforming Mars a look.